Hi everyone, welcome to this August bullet journal plan with me video. August is one of my least favorite months because I want to be summer already over and I can't wait for autumn to get here. We get beautiful colorful trees all around and I am not dying from heat anymore. I am curious, what is your favorite season? Mine is definitely autumn. Anyway, back to the bullet journal. I had a rough time figuring out my August theme, but thankfully I finished reading the newest Brandon Sanderson circuit project, the Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, a couple days ago, and I liked it so much I decided to make it my August theme, even though I was already working on something else. I am not going to lie, this color palette scares me. It is not often when I get to use vermilion, cerulean blue and rose together in one project, but these are the colors I imagined while reading the circuit project. I am using Holbein acrylic gouache for the whole theme because it does not need almost any water to work with, so I am not afraid of ruining the paper, even though this is thick 160 GSM paper Archer and Olive uses in their bullet journals, but still better safe than sorry, right? Let's start with Yumi's world. It is very light with big red sun blazing in the sky with flowers and plants flying around, and this will be our cover page for the August. Because Yumi's, let's say, work was stacking rocks, I will be adding stacks of rocks below the sun to fill up the page. I was trying not to add too much pressure on myself, so I approached all the painting in this theme very loosely. Rocks are very easy to paint because they exist in basically any shape and you can work from your imagination pretty easily. I randomly added the same red color on the rocks to create the effect of scorching heat and country being tinted red by the sun, and very quick outlines with pen. You can see I am not being precise here. I want to have this page look more natural with sketchy feeling. Once the painting portion of the cover page is finished, let's let it dry and we can work on the calendar page, which will represent Nikaro's world. Nikaro, or painter, lives in a dark world that is illuminated only thanks to two neon lines, twin bands of pure energy about 20 feet up. One is, as the book says, indecisive blue-green and the other vibrant fuchsia. And I chose rose and cerulean blue. These are not exactly the same, I know, but that's what I had on hand, and the book cover page has blue and pink lines, so I am also very loosely following the pattern from the cover page here. I am using very thin brush with long bristles to make narrow and organic lines. You can add water to these paints to make them flow nicely, but since I am painting on black paper, I do not want to lose opacity, so I am using no water here and the lines get uneven, but I don't mind at all. Once we are done, we can glue this page down and we will add calendar there in the middle. I was not sure whether to have straight edges on the calendar or tear them on sides. I went with uneven torn edges at last. It looks more natural, which I think fits here better. This calendar is small, and if you use monthly calendar more, this might be not enough for you, but I use these mostly to track my posts here on YouTube and on my Instagram, and it is just enough. For now, these two pages look out of place next to each other, so I am adding black paint strokes on the right page. Painter's World, the black one, has nightmares that roam the streets of the town at night, and Nikaro is fighting them with his paintings. What a cool concept. So I figured I will add those black strokes as nightmares reaching to the other world. And I made the title come out of the nightmare as well. Guys, I am so proud of myself to come up with that. Here I am painting neon lines on top of the calendar to connect it more with the page. It helped so much. There was an attempt to paint simple flowers floating around, but nah, I was not feeling it, so I used white paint and stickers to cover it up. With this spread done, we can work on the next one. Here I am adding black washi tape between pages to cover up a white space that would be left between pages. I do not have blank black washi tape and I was too lazy to use black paint, so this will have to be enough. I designed this spread in a way that all the text is either on the top or at the bottom of the page, so we could use neon lines here as text and have them continue from one page to the other. This spread will have all the trackers as well as a monthly to-do list. I am not confident with my writing and this was a bit nerve-wracking, but I am glad I did fit everything here on this spread and I won't need to make titles anywhere else. I went ahead and prepared mini calendars for the habit trackers in advance and now it is time to glue them all in. All the top rows are painted in blue and pink without any rhyme or reason. I just wanted to add more color to the spread. And I will write down all the habits tracked in these colorful parts. For the workout tracker, I just write down all the days and done. So easy. Now it is finally time for the weekly spreads. You might have noticed these small bamboo or rock paintings lying around the bullet journal. Well, I painted those first with intention to use them all in the weekly spreads, but they do not look right on these pages. At least I do not like the look. I used it here, as you can see, but I was doing my best to come up with something else for next spreads. As usual, I am having a whole week in one spread because I like it that way. Because I have mini picture with stones here and stone stacking is typical for Yumi's world, I am using red color scheme for this spread. Yes, it is yellow for now, but I will change it later to red. And I do not want to write any more titles, so I printed and cut out all the Monday to Sunday titles I would need, so I can just glue them in. For the next week I am going to Painter's World. I am painting this symbol we see in the book on the black paper. And I am going for pink and blue color scheme here. Back to Yumi's lighter world, so I am using white and red here. I figured switching between worlds every week would be fun, so here we are. You might have noticed my weekend boxes are slightly larger than the rest, and that's because I tend to write more during weekends, and I was running out of space lately. I am thinking about changing my weekly spread style, but I am still not sure what would be the best approach, and frankly, I do not know what I actually want, so I stayed with the usual for now. I quickly painted the stone structures right on the page this time, and I do think it looks way better than sticking in the mini paintings I prepared. Second to last weekly spread is again half black and I am experimenting with the mini paintings here. It does look better on black paper, doesn't it? Here we are on the last spread. We got 4 days left of the month, so they will live here, and we got one more page. I could leave this page blank and use it as September cover, but I just did not feel like it. And I decided to make one big bamboo painting. Bamboo paintings are quite a theme in the Yumi and the Nightmare Painter story, and I wanted to have a bigger painting in my bullet journal this month as well. Painting on this paper is not the best experience, but with acrylic gouache it is quite okay, and I have the smaller painting I did before as a reference here. This is not very detailed or precise painting, but I had so much fun creating. I will have real-time footage here as well, so you can see how quickly I am painting it. It is a mess, but I still like it. Lastly, I am adding sharper lines with white Sakura Jelly Roll pen, and the tape peel is so satisfying. Now it is time to glue the page in place, and we are almost done. Weekly spreads seem to look unfinished, so I am adding flying flowers all over the red and white spreads, and I am painting in the nightmares reaching out of every black page. I should have think this through more, but whatever. And that is it, guys. Here comes the final flip through. Did you read the Yumi and the Nightmare Painter? Did you like it or not? Let me know in the comments below. I gave it 5 stars because it was so wholesome and it had nightmares. I will talk more about this book and all my July reads in my next reading journal video. If this is your first time here on my channel and you'd like to see more bullet journaling, book reviews and reading journal spreads, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for being here. Have an absolutely awesome day. See you next time. Bye.